Hey YouTube, part two of Beacon Pines. Hey, I don't know if this like end part or how much we have left is like 1 or 2 hours. So if it's a short video, you'll find out, or at least you'll know. I won't. It's fine. But let's get back to it. Also, sorry about like some parts in part 1 where I was more quieter than usual. I kind of like leaned back because it was getting late and I was getting sleepy. I wasn't very eepy. And yeah, that's the reason why. Everything should be fine though. Give me 1 sec. Controller is disconnected. We good.
Every step taking him further away to be Beacon Revenge second. Wait, I was nowhere. Let's go back.
Whoops. Oh yeah, okay. So we're going to accept his request, right? Yes. So I changed some audio really quick, so let me change this back. That's fine. So we're gonna refuse Iggy's request and save him.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take
Hello,
them away.
Fokusu. Let me know if sound's okay again.
A swarm of hands overpowered Luca.
I kind of just like
The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Oh, okay.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Cool. I refused, and I immediately lost. Okay, so that's not the right way either. So now we just be sly.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Happy birthday, Sly Cooper. You're 20 years old. Let's get a 5th game, right? Yes, please.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modewell girl. Please call me Beck. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
This is free bondage game? Absolutely, actually. Yeah. We're bondaging like a kind of DILF-looking motherfucker, and we're a 12-year-old girl. So I'm losing this Twitch channel in like 3 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never knew who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, Yellow Gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. No capes, Beck is cool. Beck is legit super cool. Because she is depressed because her parents have very good jobs, so she moves constantly. And she can never keep friends for long. Can't blame her though. But we're her friends now! If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You're sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day, I had the radio on scan while stalking a candy shelf. And would you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in the Perennial Harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it? It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look.
Monka.
She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
Clean. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells is his apples!
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolla. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
I can lean back too. You can't hear me though. We just need to find a hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? I got nothing. Buried? Covered? Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Ooh. It's an anagram. Nunn Creed's drugstore. How the fuck did you figure that out?
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Alright, fuck. Also, is the game being choppy? Is it my encoder? I wonder if it's my encoder. Oh, it kind of is. Huh. Weird. Well, I guess I'm ripping this off Twitch again. Fuck! God, recording sucks. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? No? He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Oh yeah, see? Fucking... Wait, let me see something. Let me see my back. Oh yeah, it's much smoother now. That's weird. Oh, technology is weird. And it's all because of my encoder? My recording encoder, huh? Well, I'll mess with that later. That's my problem to deal with. Let's go to the drugstore! You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you can make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me. This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
Probably not my problem, dude. We have a new choice to make now, sister. What the fuck was that? This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future? Or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Cool, didn't ask. Anything at the coffee shop, though? Okay, Rolo. Okay. Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Solomon?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Ooh, yummy. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nunkred. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. And where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Just as small houses are locked. Now, we might not always have family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice. But whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. What's that supposed to be? I always wondered why Mr. Nunkred kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. There he goes. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. The phone booth. Have we ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nunkred, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
This is not a normal phone booth. It's got, like, a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Kren's Nude Rug Store! I mean, Underground Secrets! The password!
Beck flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground Secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate.
Goodbye! I think the game is skipping.
Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing.
I'm gonna reboot the game when I get a chance.
It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Because I think you can see
The
it.
air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real? Rolo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. Mine diamond. This town is all farms and fertilizer, and a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest Main Office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to that old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. This dude has a broken mask. So, have you found our mystery warehouse creeper? Oh man, we've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a nun creed and talks like a nun creed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Uh-oh. Imposter! Rolo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Oh. Shit. 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 Awesome! You all need to come with me, now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now. I like my skin. This all stops now, Nun Creed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He'd found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was... it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to the sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
Haha. What? You really don't know? My Gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
Uh-oh. You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now, she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain, but why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. Peace out, kids. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. Woo! Bah! That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side! Bye! You good? Yep. Woo! I love this town. Wahoo!
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth.
Dude, we might be finished sooner than I thought.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Whee! Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Oh, we're at the other town now.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Oh, it's the fucking thing. Dunk. That was intense? Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Catch up to Mr. Nuncreed. Yeah, that's weird. When I was recording, the playback was like choppier. Then I stopped the recording. It's fine now. God damn it. This sucks. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear out the snow. No time, Nuncreed's getting away. But I can do it right now. There's a snowball right here. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me. But you very much lost me there. You get used to it. You should keep moving. I want to see the explosives right there. You think there's fireworks right here? No, damn it. Whee! Woo! Wahoo! Woo! Wahoo! Wah! Wahoo!
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
Sup, Grandma?
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after.
Luca, no! Wait, let me just raise this up just a tad bit.
Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
I'll do it, bitch! Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
What the fuck are you doing here, kids? Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. My dad? He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to affect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Look at Luca. Woo-woo!
Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the end, stillness... and in the stillness, he began to... Why is one of them hum? I'm not a bitch, I won't cry.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody.
Oh, that's why I would hum.
It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
There it is again.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Alright, Grandma. It's not a duet, okay? I didn't ask. Oh, actually, she's harmonizing. Alright, okay.
lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and... You're my mom? Your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were... gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Alright, my cat is throwing up. Give me 1 sec. It's a hairball, you bitch! Okay, we're good. My cat has a habit to eat really fast and then throw up because he had an upset stomach because he ate too fast. Where were we? Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Hey, I'm gonna assume the other ending is she drops the torch and everyone fucking dies. That's just a hunch, though. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago. Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen.
Tempus Liquamen, let's go!
There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And this is what change is all about. Yay, woo! Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Oh, this is when fucking everyone died here. Oh, I guess this was during, yeah. If we didn't stop her, she would have blown it up and we just die. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar! Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you too. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. And not the cool kind of wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable. So that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. Scratches my head. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Woo! That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
You better not be what I think. Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. The ever blank Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
What? Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents.
Oh.
A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine. Fuck, I knew it. Fucking I knew it.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
How did he fit into his suit? Oh, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard! Ooh, malice. Malice? What the fuck does that unlock? You know, if we're at the end, we might as well just, like, get all the endings. Malice is here? Huh. Interesting. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward! Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools? You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Augustus, you're like 53 years old. Don't say this. Daddy! I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse. A son who is completely hopeless. Alright, I'm being attacked right now. Or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? Forehead. But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have happened. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter, cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up I don't know if that's a slur, I don't know if I should say that, but I'll go for it. You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Your name is Patrick? Alright, Rick. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Oh, because he's an actor. I get it. Wait. So this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. Fuck. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. Besides a PS5 from a scalper, but you know, but well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
They keep doing the thing where, like, I think I'm on the right track, and all of a sudden, nope, it's a bad ending.
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
What if we cry? What if we just weep?
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This all makes sense soon, Luca. And everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
Uh-oh. How many bad endings can we accomplish here? Let me count, actually. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, I believe, is 6, 7, 8, and 9. Currently, it's 9. I think it's 9. A lot. There's a lot. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
We're dead. Goodbye. Woo!
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
Goodbye, everyone. You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to...
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Death.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers.
Rip.
The end. Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Yeah, true. Alright, time to be Malice here. There was a blank lurking. Let's see.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncrete's hand on his shoulder.
Also, Capes, I don't know if you're still here. Look at the fucking art in this game. It's so cute. It's like lackadaisy sketching. Which, I haven't looked into it. It might be. I could not know. But there's so much detail in these sketches. It's so cool. Also, look at Roxy. She's a cute cat. Yeah. Also, hi, Rabbit. Rabbit Gaming. First time chatter. Hello. Also, I call dibs on Roxy. It's shit. Salem. Can't say that.
Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, one of the things, which one? This ending. It was shit. Cause, I think it was like, it was either confront her and try to be chill about it, or to confront her and be a little shit about it. And what I did was kick her and then ran. So, yeah, that's like an option, which led to this way. Didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there. I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it'll all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rolo at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncrete's grasp.
Oh, I guess there's a bunch of people who weren't here yesterday. Let me give you the rundown really quick. Ow. Dad is dead. Mom is missing, but we kind of know where Mom is now, I guess. We went to a factory, found out that the abandoned factory, it turns out it's being, like, worked on again, or someone's working inside it. We don't know who. We find out that, like, there is goop that kind of ages things super quick. We find out that the town has been moved from a replica. There's a replica of a town, where in the replica, the old town is covered in ice. That's where the source is. The source is some, like, magical thing where caused a foul harvest, which is like, this is a town full of farmers, so the foul harvest, all the crops died, and it caused this like fertilizer origin that the Doberman daddy was a part of, kind of ruined his reputation, and then he disappeared. The clipboards are like perennial harvest, some kind of crazy cult thing. Beck is a cool cat who just moved in. There is like, yeah. Shit. Anyways, Luca twisted free of Nuncred's grasp. Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. he says that now, but the other ending for this one is he pushes me into the payphone, activates it, I fall through, and I get dragged into like some dark place, and it's the end. So, you know, I don't know if I trust you, but okay. Also, look at this art. Look at all these like cute little things. We got pungent, incendiary. We haven't used incendiary or pungent yet. Or break. I don't think we used cling yet. We haven't used smack. We haven't used indulgent, hide. Oh god, maybe there's a lot more to this game than I thought. Oh no. What game is this? It's Beacon's Pine. It came out on Thursday night, Friday, technically. Thursday at midnight, technically. It is out for Switch, PC, so Steam, and then Xbox, PC, and Game Pass. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modewell. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Weird. Whoa. You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junking, Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking? I might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Bah, ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Woo! Oh, I have to go to the treehouse, right? Rolo!
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rolo! Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag.
Blonk.
He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Bum 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 bum.
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse.
Ooh, is it a dream or a nightmare?
This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Lucas stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo."
Oh, never mind.
Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense?" Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace.
Yeah, that's good. I like the dialogue a lot.
"Time to go, Buckaroo."
Oh, bye, Dad.
Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below.
Boston PD, open up.
Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
bitch!
Chapter 5. Dangers Big and Small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
What the fuck? Why are you big? Stop right there. Or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Why do you get fat boy music? Puzzle cat, get off my leg, please. I can't feel my leg right now. Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Haha, uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped.
Oh, I'm pogging.
He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. Oh, good. What? Where did they take you? Dunno, they threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big, look. Big hands.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Batman? Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Kinda tastes like licorice. Of course. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sorta smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome! Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. You may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger? Ha! I eat danger
Rollo
for breakfast.
shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Oh, what's up, Beck? Hey, fellas, what's up? Oh, I like your beanie! You're wearing a beanie! It's so cute! And your hair's blue.
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So, you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No. This is my buddy, Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know, this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I can hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca? This is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you could say around me, you could say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yup.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. Oh, wait. Let me check something real quick. Is this the path? Oh, okay. So this is the path where we be a little shit. We took on this bully and we kind of tickled his friend. He kicked some goo into her hair and that's why it's blue. Because it turned white. And she panicked. She went back home and I guess she dyed her hair blue. And then after that, we went back home. Turns out Rolo was still missing. We get confronted by Mr. Nuncreed, and then now we're here. Yeah, she didn't like the white hair. She kind of panicked, as someone would if your hair starts to dye. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay, just need to play cool, and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? Oh, yeah, Capes, you like moms, don't you? I forgot. Yeah, look at her. She has a gay wife. Also, she has a kind of depressing backstory, but don't worry about that. She's cute. I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Oh yeah, her name's Ilona. Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie, Nellie's the wife, not Nellie Furtado, but yeah, had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Back. He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. Cult of personality! You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. Actually, let me just double check something on why I was lagging. I think it's because I was downloading something. Huh. Oops. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Alright, low blow. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
Oh, one of these days, yeah. I'll play Gunfire. I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great, can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I had this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Welcome to Radio Disney AM 1110. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modwell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends? Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? Worm? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline. And rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is the founder? Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana perennial harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy, so we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell's my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Bam! Maybe this'll help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome map for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat, a modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread, even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for.
Ooh.
Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy as a fucking adult, so good luck at that. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new,
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? She'll be so happy I'm alive, she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Alona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Get Jeff, and then Iggy and Tish. Which one's Jeff again? Are you Jeff? No. Who the fuck was Jeff again? My name is Jeff. Are you Jeff? No. Woo. The Rhino Kid? No, the Rhino Kid was Tish. Oh wait, no, that's Griffin. Fuck. Cute bird. Was it? This is the diner, right? Oh, she's sleeping. Wake up! You ever wondered why an agricultural company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards? They say they're just trying to make us happy. Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction. Woo. Huh. Okay, the diner's closed. Tish is the rhino, but Iggy is his friend. This is Griffin, so it's definitely not Griffin. Let me slap this watermelon again. Okay, we're good. That's just RNG manipulation. We're fine. Oh, you're Jeff. Hey, Jeff. What can I do you for? Well, I know how much you hate perennial harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break you to their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Hee hee. You see, I knew you kids were alright. Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh, it's junk. Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than the king has copper. Ain't interested. Let me try again.
Luca wasn't. He shouted out again.
Shit! Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Fuck. Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Oh, reverse psychology. Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gobs should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. We got Jeff! Alright, I know where the fucking Iggy is. I believe I know where Iggy is. I hope I know where Iggy is. Wait, actually, you think Iggy's in the library? Nope. There's Keto, though. Hi, Keto. Are you still reading Hank Atomic? Yeah, you are. Whee! Woo! There's no point in jumping in this game except for, you know, jumping. Woo! Oh, you're here. Perfect. Hey, Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda... strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. Would you say we... break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things. Even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way that... Fucking, my voice cracked. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn. I'm impressed. And after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Easy. First try. Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
Oh, she talked! I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Oh, they're so happy. They're so
Chapter
happy.
7. Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of.
For anyone who doesn't know, Tish only said one word until now, which was just yup.
So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We're locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery schedule for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Bonkers! One harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
One harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form...
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits! Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits! Oh my god. Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yup. Suck on this, parental ham fist. Get down! What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
She's overwhelmed. I should check on that noise. Oh, come on! Just buzz me in already. Okay. Haha! Whew. That was close. Our harvest awaits? Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Well, I'm alone now. This is great. Ooh, water. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. What's the point? Oh, no. Oh, fuck. This whole place just feels fake, but of all things, a fake plant? Oh, god damn it. Oh, double Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
Sus. We? Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. Okay. Alright. Alright. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Why do you have a shovel? Dude, Team Gear up to their antics. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Bye. Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? Let's get that, friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck in a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. But if someone catches us, we should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
First try! How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Uh-oh. Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think they should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens... Oh, okay. Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we've got company. Luca must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Can my cat stop throwing up? Again? Stop. One sec. Alright, back to it. Again. He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger. Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Were you? Oh man. No water cups. Rollo! Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms, they're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Oh, in the shin! Make a break for it! Did that little shit just kick me? I'll just stand there after them. You can do it. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the young chemist's lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I'm more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquimane exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell's going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest liquimane. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempest liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we would achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Don't worry, it's cutscene time. This is actually going off in like 3 seconds in real time. Oddities? They contain obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like, now. Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Modwell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. But what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. You little bitch. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face.
Pepe laugh, I don't know. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is that arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Has it got games? Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Why is there a book on the chair? Why can I not get the chair? Looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Why is a kid smoking?
They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Yes. Rolo? Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me, I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Uh-oh. Everyone else huddle up. Oops! I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Fertilizer. All connected by a single thread, yours truly. Yeah, this is the kid that turns into Daddy later. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany.
And she figures this out.
With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ah, yes, now you've got it. Tempest Liquamine, you discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon
the
clapped
process.
with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modewell. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you need me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
I hope you drop it. May I present to you the eighth wonder of the...
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Get owned. Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Catch. Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens, then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
Ah, god damn it. Okay, this is a fucking point of no return again. You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it! We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha, I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with the force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Oh, yeah! Oh, never mind, I did it. Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo, you just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We've lost. Oh, wait. Where are we? No, that's the end. We're here. Huh. That kind of looks like the end. This looks like a point of no return. This looks like a point of no return. This looks like the way.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just... we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all Wait. Oh, time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. What? Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Frag out.
Chapter 8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Yeah, Gran is the mom. We found out in another ending. Waha! Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. Maid outfit. That's the first thing you see, maid outfit. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they? Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
This is the part where there's two endings that happen during this part, which we changed. One, Kerr does the speech, and then everyone gets frozen in ice because Grandma was successful in blowing up the source and causing the explosion. Or the other ending, which we saw earlier, Solomon drinks the vial. What's it called? What's his name? Fucking my dad's partner kind of reveals. We get here, and since we didn't blow up the source, he's able to drink the vial, and we go into work. It sucks. Solomon pulled the glass vial from his pocket. We've got to stop him!
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents.
No!
A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
Oh! I wrote this game. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion. Oh, with the... Oh, 3 little things, huh? Junk, change, or malice. This whole game is all about change. So it might be change. But I want to do one of these. I want to do like malice or junk. Let's do malice. We still have time.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
I hope he dies. In-game. Malice? The whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his growth juice could use a little hair of the dog. Uh-oh. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Well, he's dead. That's what I call 80 proof whiskey. Damn, dude. Pop goes the weasel. I got an achievement. I got a little achievement. Look. That's gone. Damn, dude.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance.
He just fucking books it.
He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end.
Woo, that's the ending we deserve.
That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
Sorry, Christ, I'll do another one. Let's do junk.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Was Kerr the hyena? Yeah, Kerr's the smiling hyena in the back. Right behind Solomon, you can see him right there. With the blonde, Haida-looking ass muzzle. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Paul always said bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began...
Alright, let's see. Oh, please disintegrate. Yo, he's dead again! Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air,
He
the
just
crowd
got
began
Thanos.
to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good.
Deserved.
His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end.
Woo! 2 good endings!
Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Alright, game's over. Let's go. Alright, let's do the right one.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
The fucking whole thing about this game. Like, pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped in the vial when no one was looking. What's that going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper
His
Valentine.
body and...
Oh, he's a baby! Holy crap, he's a baby! Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. You look so smug. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
That's weird. Your dad's now a child. Augustus, what do we do what Valentines always do. What must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Oh, that was the ending?
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn.
Woo, school!
After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Is that really it? Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, I think that's all the endings. If this ends, this is the ending. That's it. That's it. Cool, we got them all. I think I did. Can I check my achievements? We're a 6 out of 10. And we're missing library, catch all the fish, close the book, and born in a barn. If we close the book, that's it. That's all of them.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Woo! Yeah, Mom! Hi, Mom. Oh, you're still old. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rollo first. Woo! How many endings? A lot. I'm gonna say hi to Dad first, though. Well, this is actually not where Dad is, but you know. Achoo. Oh, Roxy! My love. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. At least we got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Alona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Dude, you're going hard on the piano! Hey, Gus, how's the tree planting going? Oh, he looks so happy. He doesn't look depressed anymore. Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Alona and Nelly for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here. Pop, pop. This is something I can be proud of. What about you? How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Are the clipboards actually people, or are they? They're actually people, but in like Perennial Harvest was in a way a cult setting. And I guess they were just all red pandas that all look the same, but they're all people. So like once the cult was collapsed, they're just like, fuck man, what am I doing? Yep, we had to clear all this stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nelly's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that! Can I go in? I can't, okay. Hi, Eris. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, you know, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. That's kind of fucking weird that you're raising your father. You're gonna be older than your father. Your children, your son and your daughter are gonna be older than you. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I'm endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Oh, she's happy now. He isn't the same person, which is true. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. Oh. He's at the Cuckoo Palace. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. So, Kerr, the hyena, he was hired by Solomon, or Sharper, technically. He was a failed actor, pretty much. Pretty much he couldn't get off the ground of being an actor. He got hired by Solomon to play a part, to be like the quote-unquote leader of Perennial Harvest. Because, you know, he was promised fame and fortune to pretty much act throughout his entire scheme. And I guess he got arrested, or got taken to a crazy facility. And now he just acts there, and he's, I guess, happy? Ooh, Don, what's up? I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent the draft of the story to the reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. The story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals sort of writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget about us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha, we both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition. And she's back to sleep. Oh, here's one of them.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Maid outfit! Or technically diner's outfit. Is that your suitcase? Yeah, that is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me? Would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me. I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends, I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why is that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Fuck! Just like old times. It's fine, I'll wait. Me at any place when I want to order. She looks so messed up. Yeah, dude. Working part-time, or technically full-time alone. He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Oh, here's another character you'd like, Capes. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house? I don't really have time. Zero, you gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. Psst, as if I... Oh. It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares. Bye-bye! The denim! And plaid. Woo! And then we have down here Griffin. The ice cream man. Is that supposed to be Lumetric? I have no idea what Lumetric is. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new creative jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back, terrified that someone will find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character! Yeah, it builds something, alright. Hello, Calvin's dad. I'm doing the fucking Undertale talk to everyone epilogue. Because I need to do that. We've gone this far. This is a bird girl who likes to study a lot.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Pog! Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Sure thing. Literally anything. Any source of media you love that you cannot experience for the first time, but your friend gets into. And you're like, sweet, I'm gonna enjoy it again through you. I will never get to re-experience BoJack Horseman again. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth, but I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh, maybe I'll do that.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before perennial harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy. For the ride of your life. Who's next? Me! Me! Oh, did you find a beetle? Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynastus titty. That's good. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Is Iggy back here? Oh, I can't go back here anymore. Oh yeah, see, 2 hours. We finished this.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. Something about the hive? Is Beck here? I'm gonna go into your house. Damn it, I can't. Don't want to get off Jeff's wild ride. No, dude. I paid to get on Jeff's wild ride. By the way, guys, this game again is on Xbox, PC, Game Pass, Steam, and Switch. And I believe it's on a launch sale for $17.99. I can't promise that for Switch, but it's like $20 MSRP. Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Majide? Yeah, and honest to goodness. Flip-flopping, swim-swamming, fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What do you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. I need to go to a flashback and catch the rest. The last... Oh no, we caught them all.
Luca jumped first.
Or maybe I'm missing something. Huh. Let me talk to my dad. Let me see. Okay, nope. Okay, bye, Dad. Love you. Oh, there you are, Iggy. A little higher. Yep. Little lower. Little higher. Oh, come on, please. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just, don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. Yup, he's just an adult now. He's adult going to middle school. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn to something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Oh, now we go to her house. God damn it. Oh, we have to talk to Roxy, right? Let me talk to Roxy really quick. She's not here. Roxy's gone. Does he just lose like 10 years of his life? Apparently. I'm pretty sure he went from 12 to 22. He skipped the whole process of puberty, which honestly is a godsend. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in! It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. You should do okay in the cold of Old Beacon Pines, and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Beacon Pines. We're taking Jeff's wild ride! Let's go! Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, the ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Oh.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it.
I can end it right now and we'll never find it. Don't tempt me, lady, reader, person.
But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you.
You know how you can thank me? Sub to twitch.tv/Ruspa.
It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We probably should give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always said the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh, God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. You got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? That a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like, forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I knew he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. so you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in, big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Woo! We got it. All the endings, baby. You know, if I did like a 6.5-hour stream last night, I would have probably finished this game. Probably. But it was like 2 a.m. And that would have been like 5 a.m. by the time I finished. But, what a cute little game. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought this game was honestly a 4-hour game. Because all the guides on or all the like playthroughs on YouTube at the time were just like full playthrough. And it's just like a 4.5-hour playthrough. And I watched it and it was like a bad ending. I'm like, okay, that's not the full playthrough. Oh, this game gets like super depressing sometimes. Which in turn is good, so it's great. Look at all. Also, it's a Kickstarter game. Oh yeah, Cat Barf. Shout out to Cat Barf. Shout out to my cat barfing. Look at all these backers. Do you know what always makes me upset? That I always miss a Kickstarter. I play a game, I watch the credits, or at least I let the credits run, and it turns out it's a Kickstarter game, and I'm like, I've never heard about this game. No one has ever told me that this was a game being kickstarted. I could have supported it. My name could have been here. But no. No one told me. Bitch! But it's okay, because I supported it by buying the game, at least launch price. Launch full price. And if I'm lucky, maybe people will make fan art of this game. This game seems pretty under the rug. That fan art won't be as, like, frequent as, I don't know, Rebecca from Cyberpunk. But I hope to see some. You know what? What if I, like, I'm gonna wait until PK makes a tweet and be like, give me a character to draw. And I'm gonna give her, like, Roxy. And she'll never know. And I can force fan art upon this game. Mwahaha. Oh yeah, Mighty Number 9. Remember that Kickstarter game? Hey, fun fact. The credits for Mighty Number 9, I think the Kickstarter list is so long. I think it lasts for 4 hours, I think. I believe the credits roll for about 4 hours. And I platinumed that game, and it was so... It was a game. It was a game. I platinumed it, Capes. You have to beat that game, like, 3 or 4 times for the completion. Twice with 1 life. Oh! 10 years later. Oh, Solomon's a kid! Uh-oh. Sharper, did you find it? Yeah. I found... Oh, god damn it. And that's the game. I'm gonna end the YouTube recording here. If I was recording, but, you know, I fucked up in the encoder. Hey, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you like this little game. And sorry for not uploading a lot. Bye.